If you have ever asked yourself, should I buy a rental property? Or should I rent out the home I already own? Or maybe you have a spare room and you want to make some extra money. If you thought about any of that, if you ever thought about becoming a landlord, then this video is for you. Today, we're going to have a real conversation about the pros and the cons of being a landlord. So this is not the social media version. I'm really going to tell you from experience what it really means to you becoming a landlord, what it means financially, what it can mean emotionally, and also what it means practically. It's going to be a good video. But before we get started, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. If you have, thank you so much. Please like the video and turn on all notifications. But I send out at least one video per week. And in 2026, it's gonna get good. So as I post these weekly videos, I really wanna build your wealth in knowledge, your wealth in understanding, your wealth in finances, and just in long-term decision-making when it comes to real estate. So thank you for being here. Let's get into it. Pro number one is that monthly cash flow. And it could be sweet, having that extra money come to you every single month. Cash flow is one of the biggest reasons people consider rental properties. So this is the one everybody always talked about. So if the numbers make sense, rental property can generate monthly income, and that helps you pay your mortgage, that can help pay your taxes or offset your taxes, help with insurance, and sometimes can even put extra money in your pocket. Imagine that you purchase a property at $450,000 and all the monthly expenses come out to $2,900. You rent that property out for $3,400. That's about $500 a month that you could have in reserve. That's the real money. And over time, that adds up and it can really provide some breathing room. So cash flow is nice. Now, will every deal cash flow? Not necessarily, but there are benefits to owning as well. But when it does cash flow though, it's sweet. It creates breathing room, and it's just nice to have. That extra check every month. That's a great place to start. The second pro is just the long-term appreciation. Appreciation is one of the benefits that because it's long-term, people don't talk about it as much, but it's really there. Over time, real estate has historically trend upwards. So you may not feel like it from year to year, but over 10, 15, 20 years, that long-term appreciation can add up to quite a bit of money. So over time, you're really holding an asset that someone else is helping you pay down, which is nice. That it might be worth significantly more if you buy in the right market, in the right area. And patience truly pays off. Time is happening. Time is going to continue to happen. So might as well invest it in something that will pay off in the long term. Proverbs 21:5 says, good planning and hard work leads to prosperity. So let's listen to that. Think about this. At a conservative 3% annual appreciation, if you buy that property at $450,000, in 10 years, it could be $600,000. That increase happens year over year. Let me show you what I mean. If you see here in this chart that I'm showing you, year one, the appreciation goes up to $463,000. Year three, now you go up to $491,000. And if you see the chart, continue to see it, I just leave it on your screen for you to see. Year 10, you're at $604,000, and with a net of $154,000. In other words, if appreciation is only 3% per year, that could make you a lot of money. In some markets it's higher, some markets it's lower. It's good that you shop in the right market. But appreciation, take advantage of it. It's sweet, it's nice. This next pro is one of the sweetest ones, and I kind of mentioned it already, but someone else is paying down your mortgage. It doesn't get better than that. This one is one of the most powerful yet least understood benefits, and that's because most of us are not patient, maybe. But you have to think about it. every month, every rent somebody pays to you, it reduces your mortgage balance. It builds your equity. It improves your net worth. After 10 years, you may owe $80,000 to $120,000 less on that loan that is owed to you, but that less is because someone else is paying for it. That's leverage, and that's leverage used wisely. Pro number 4 is just tax advantages. Landlords, there often benefits from depreciation, they benefits from expense deductions, they benefits from write-off for repairs and mileage and management. As always, I'm not a CPA, so I advise you to talk to a CPA before you get into any investing so you know how to do it right. But for many investors, taxes are where rentals quietly shine. Pro number 5, flexibility and legacy is built when you get into investing. Rental properties give you options, long-term options when you hold, refinance options if you do that later. You could sell when the market shifts. You could pass the asset to your children. This is where real estate really becomes a legacy, not just income. This is an amazing wealth building opportunity that you could have in your hands if you're patient with it and if you could really know how to use it properly, meaning buying in the right market, getting the right team on your side, and just understanding the whole process of investing in real estate. So quick recap on the pros. Being a landlord can offer monthly income, can give you equity growth, can give you inflation protection somewhat. Of course, as I just mentioned, it has the tax efficiency that's just nice to get. It also has long-term legacy building included right into it. And that sounds great. Why not get into it? Of course, I like to say there's no free lunch. So let's look at the other side because it's important to understand the pros, but also the cons of every investment that you get into it. A little upgrade can change how you walk into every room. And today's sponsor makes that easier than ever. Friends, before we jump back into the video, I want to say thank you to today's sponsor, Sakava. If you love high quality style, and believe me, I do, if you like clean designs, and if you like luxury pieces without luxury prices, this is going to be your new favorite store. As a professional realtor, presentation matters to me. The way you show up just sets the tone. And Sakava offers that perfect blend of class and affordability. From designer jackets and sunglasses to premium handbags, fragrances, dress shoes, watches, and accessories, it's all there. It's the kind of style that makes you feel ready for the interview. It makes you feel ready for that business meeting or the boardroom, or just, you want to hang out at night with the family. And here's the good part. They gave my viewers a special discount. Take an additional 10% off when you check out using my code because people matter. Or even easier, click on the link in the description below or scan the QR code that is on the screen and the discount will be applied automatically at checkout. So if you have been wanting to elevate your wardrobe, maybe 2026 is the year for you, and you want to have something meaningful, you want to feel good and look good, check out Sakava. You won't regret it. Upgrade your look without breaking the bank. Now, let's get back to the video. Let me interrupt your video just for a moment, just to say, if you are considering investing in real estate, whether you're buying a property or maybe renting the one you already own, or maybe converting the house you live in into a rental place, or if you're thinking of anything in real estate and that you need a realtor, I'll be happy to be that connection for you. Call me, my information is in the comments below, also is in the description as well. I would love to have a strategic session with you just to brainstorm and to see where you're at and how we could work together, achieve the dream of financial freedom that maybe you're thinking about. So thank you for the moment. If you have not done so, please subscribe to the channel. I would love to be part of your world as we continue to impart information to you. Thank you, and let's get back to the video. Of course, there are cons of being a landlord. Con number one, maintenance is inevitable. Repairs are not a maybe, they're a when. Houses, properties, they break down. AC systems, roof, plumbing, and appliances, they all require attention. An AC replacement could be between $6,000 and $9,000. A roof repair could cost you $3,000 or more. Plumbing or electrical issues between $500 and $2,000. If you don't budget for maintenance, one repair can raise months of cash flow. This is why reserves matter and why when you think about your budget, you have to do it conservatively and do it right. So when these things happen, you're not really hurt by it. Con number two, vacancies hurt cash flow. Vacancies can truly hurt. 1 or 2 empty months can eliminate an entire year of profits. One vacant month, let's say as the example I said before, that you're renting at $3,400, is $3,400 that you don't have anymore. Mortgage is still due. How about 2 months? 2 months can wipe out an entire year of profit if margins are too tight. This is when conservative planning protects you. This is why you must purchase the right property at the right price, the right deal, to make sure that your numbers truly work for you. The third con is that tenant issues are real. Tenant issues happen. There are great tenants out there. Let me just say, most tenants are great people. Most renters are great people. There are a few, however, that can make or break your deal and give you headaches that you did not plan for. So know that there's some out there that is not as great. Most I have dealt with, in my personal experience, have been phenomenal. I have dealt with many people that have many great things to say about the tenants that they have. That's why you have to have the right paperwork and the right background check. But life happens anyway. But that could truly hurt you if you're not prepared for it. So even with these great people, sometimes you do have to deal with late payments and lease violations and property damage. Sometimes you do have to go through the eviction process, and evictions are stressful. They're time consuming and they're just emotionally draining. But you have to remember, you have to think about this as a business. And it's a business that involves people. And when you involve people, stuff will happen. This next con is super important. Con number 4 is real estate is not truly passive income. People say it's passive income, it's not. Rental property is not fully passive. You could think about it maybe as semi-passive. One thing you could hedge against it, or one way you could do to help with the passiveness of it all. You could hire a property manager. You could have reliable contractors. You have to have a strong support team behind you, but all of that costs. So you are involved, especially in the beginning, so it's not passive anymore. So passive income often comes after years of effort, after years of doing this with the right team, with the right people, and the right way. It can become passive, but at the beginning, it's not. The more you're involved, of course, the less passive it is, but maybe the less costly it will be. The more you hand it off to other people to do for you, the more passive you become, but the more costly it becomes to you. So you pay with time or you pay with money, but you always gotta pay, but that's where passive, comes in. And the con number 5 is just that emotional detachment is hard for some people. And I get it, especially if it's your own property, the property that you live in. But the emotional attachment is necessary if you really want to get into real estate. And this is especially true for accidental landlords. Maybe you didn't intend to be, but you are now, that you understand. If this was your home before, you notice every scuff, every complaint feels personal, every repair feels heavier. Tenants don't love the home that you bought the way that you do. So, and you have to understand that. So if you can't separate your emotions from the business, this could be hard. This can be exhausting. And that's an important con to end with. So let's recap. Being a landlord involves financial risk, responsibility, stress during vacancies, legal obligations, emotional discipline, and none of these are deal breakers, but you have to understand them. And you could put all the things behind it to make sure you have the right tenant and the right property and the right location for the right price. But we're still dealing with people, and with people, you're always going to have situations that you're going to have to deal with. So think about it again as a business, and no matter, maybe you want to start your first property, maybe you want to buy your first property in 2026, maybe you have several properties already. No matter where you're at, be patient, breathe, look at the numbers, surround yourself with the right people, because not every person is the right people. Make changes if you have to. If you already are a landlord and you need a different management company, then don't be afraid to do so, and just bring more peace to your life. But just deal with the issues as they come with patience and strategy, as you, in prayer, certainly, at every step of the way, as you dive into this. I'm using it. It is my plan to dive even deeper into real estate. I'm hoping to one of these days share with you what my plan, personal plan is, and what my extra strategy is. I'll share that in a different video. And but real estate is a great investment to do. Do you ask me, do I recommend it? Not only because I'm a realtor, but actually I got into being a realtor because of this type of opportunities that real estate brings. So do I recommend it? Yes, and yes. Again, be smart about it, be patient, think about it long term, and just go at it. One property at a time, one client at a time, one tenant at a time, 1 month at a time. And is it one of those things that you could get rich overnight? Not for most people, unless you already have wealth behind you that you could really invest heavily in real estate. It might be harder. If you're just starting out now, maybe you have some money saved aside that you're ready to invest, that you really want to maximize the return over time. It's great. It is great. I highly recommend it. If you could have a company to manage your properties for you, I highly recommend it. Sometimes that's even worth the cost. The cost that they charge is worth the headaches that they save. So I do recommend this type of investment. As I said before, if we could help in any way, help you get there, I'd be happy to do so. We're doing it, we're recommending it. If we were not doing it, trust me, I wouldn't recommend it. So my final thoughts, being a landlord is not for everyone, but for the right person, it can be life-changing. Ask yourself, do the numbers work? Am I prepared for the responsibility? Am I building with patience and purpose? You know, Proverbs clearly says, Proverbs 16:3 says, commit your work to the Lord and all your plans will be established. Do that, trust in the Lord, and it's gonna be great. If this video helped you, please like, please subscribe, and share with somebody that might be thinking about becoming a landlord. I also recommend watching this next video where I talk about 8 proven ways to pay off your mortgage early. That's important. That's important. I'm gonna say it again, that's important, because the more you have, the more equity you have, the more freedom with your money you have, then the more you could do with it. So please go ahead and watch that video. And remember, as always, God loves you, and so do I. You take care, and God bless.